I'm Chef Mike Moses and welcome to my kitchen. You know, the nose knows. In fact, there is a gas station here in Nova Scotia that when you walk through the door, you smell home-baked banana bread. Does that entice you to buy banana bread? You bet it does. And it's not cheap, but they sell a lot of banana bread and gas. I'm not going to sell you anything today, and I wish this was smell-o-vision because we are going to make the best banana bread. Coming up. If you like this channel, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more, please subscribe. I post new videos every weekend right here just for you. Banana bread. Brings back lots of memories, and a nice warm piece of banana bread with a little bit of butter on it. It is so good. The top nice and crispy, the inside moist, full of banana flavor. Well, we're gonna recreate that, and we're gonna do it, and you need some special things, like over-ripened bananas. Don't use fresh bananas. Let them sit, let them get dark, let them get overripe, because that just brings out the sugars and brings out the flavor. For our banana bread, here's what we're going to need. 3 over-ripened bananas, 1 cup of sugar, half a cup of butter, 1.5 cups of flour, 2 eggs beaten, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. We're gonna bake that in a 350-degree oven for about 55 minutes. Let's make some banana bread. I have all my ingredients already measured out because that's not the fun part. Measuring ingredients is no fun. But, overripe bananas, and peeling them, that's the fun part. I've got my bowl here and I'm just going to take my paring knife, cut off the tops of the bananas, then I'm going to slice all the way down, open them up, and they are going to be gooey, and just drop them in the bowl. I can almost smell the banana bread cooking now. And don't throw out your peels, use those in your compost if you have a garden. I'll introduce you to a little friend of mine coming up once we get this all mixed up that I thought would never happen in Nova Scotia. 3 over-ripened bananas are in the bowl. The banana peels go in the compost, and I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to start mashing them up. Now, overripe bananas mash really easy. And you want these to be mashed really well because you want the flavor to go throughout the entire banana bread. All right, so my bananas are done. I'm going to add 1/2 cup of butter. And I've already pre-melted it. And that's my unsalted butter that I used. Mix that around, and we will incorporate the sugar. I'll just do 1/2 of the cup right now, because I don't want things to dry out too fast, and I want the sugar to completely melt. And we'll add the rest of it. So that's 1 cup of sugar. And like I said, it's my kitchen. I love to make a mess. That's my wet ingredients. Okay, and I'll get 2 eggs here. And our second egg. Using my fork, I just want to whip them, beat them up. And once your eggs are beat up, you add those to the mixture. So all the liquids together, and all the dry ingredients will go together as well. You want to mix it up so that you don't see any yellow of the egg yolk, nice and smooth. And that is our wet ingredients already done. Set that aside, and our dry ingredients. I have 1.5 cups of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking soda, and of course, for a little extra flavor, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to mix all those ingredients up. All right, it's time to add the wet to the dry. And I've got a spatula here. Pour in the banana mixture, all of it, every little bit using my dessert spatula. And now I'm going to start mixing. Just take the flour from the sides and roll it in. Don't forget to get the flour on the bottom. The oven is preheating to 350 degrees. I want to make sure you've got all the flour incorporated. What's going to make this rise is the baking soda and the salt and the chemical reaction. Okay, so now I'm going all the way around, making sure I have all the flour from the bottom, very nicely mixed. And I'm going to put this in an ungreased pan, just a regular loaf pan, just non-greased loaf pan. Pour it in. Smell the bananas. I'm going to try not to disturb the sides too much. I'm going to level it out, and I'm going to give it a couple of good taps to make everything level. When the oven comes up to temperature, we're going in 55 minutes, 350 degrees. Okay, the oven's up to temperature. Let's put the banana bread in the oven. And I'd like to introduce you to my little friend. This is an avocado tree. I never thought I could grow one from a seed, but here you go. So this is Groot, and it's about 2.5 months old. He likes a lot of heat, which we don't have a lot of in the wintertime. So Groot will be sitting in my office throughout the winter, taking in the sunshine and growing. We won't get avocados off it. You need to do some splicing and some other things to get avocados. But he seems to be a very happy little tree. Lots of leaves have appeared that I got out of an avocado in the store. So, my little friend, Groot. All right, we've got the banana bread out of the oven. Oh, it smells phenomenal. And then I'm just going to take a skewer or a pick, put it in the middle, comes out completely dry. We're going to have banana bread here very shortly. We want to let this cool down for about 10 minutes in the pan, and then we're going to put it on a cooling rack so it can cool underneath. What I want is an outside that's crispy, a nice tender inside, and then we'll dish up a little bit. You may find that the bread doesn't come out, your banana bread doesn't come out all at once. That's okay. Take a knife, take a flexible knife, which is like this, run it around the edges a couple of times, and it should just pop right out, just like that. Whew. Still nice and warm. I'll let that cool down for another 10 minutes, then we'll slice her up and have some banana bread. Okay, it is time for the big reveal. Hear that? Nice crunchy. Oh, yeah. A couple of pieces of banana bread, nice and dry and flaky in the middle. And I'll use some of my homemade butter. And this is the end of the homemade butter from the last episode. And what I like about this homemade butter, there's no salt in it. So it's a very low sodium recipe. The outside nice and crunchy. It's a really good banana bread. You may have noticed that it didn't rise as high as some of the banana breads you see. And that has to do with temperature, humidity, and everything else. Right now, in my area, we're under a thunderstorm watch. The humidity is almost 95, 96%. It's very hot, very humid. Didn't allow it to rise much. If you make this in the fall, it'll rise another 1.5 inches. You can always add just a little more baking soda. Well, there you go. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And I post videos like this every week, so please subscribe. Also, if you'd like more information, head over to my blog, thepersonalchef.blog, where I post this recipe that you can print off. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to helping you cook better, eat healthier, and shop smarter.